Winter weather alerts across a good chunk of the country right now, extending to just south and west of our area. A lot of those, the overwhelming majority of those counties are in purple there. That's a winter weather advisory. The pink areas, those are winter storm warnings where likely going to get probably on the order of 4 to 6 plus inches there. And there's a nice little trough that's setting up just to the south of New York City, across New Jersey, over towards the Philadelphia area, northern Delaware. And that could make for a very small, concise area where we certainly see this storm overachieve. But it is on the lower end of snowstorm spectrums for sure. As we take a look right now at what the scenario is going to look like tomorrow afternoon, we're going to see that storm trending well offshore. So mixing is not an issue this time. It's all cold air, but the strengthening of the storm is occurring well south and a little bit too far east. So we're not going to be getting the brunt. If we were, say, this storm 25, 30, 40 miles further north, we could be looking at some higher numbers, but there's just a lot of dry air that's coming in behind this storm, and that low-level dry air likely eats away at a lot of the moisture. You may get what we call virga, which is falling precipitation, falling snow, but evaporating before it hits the ground. So for that reason, the snow is going to be on the light side and is going to be minor accumulations as well. We're looking at here in Providence up to an inch, maybe just a little coating out there, especially on the grassier surfaces. But you have to consider we have been in the freezer here, below freezing in Providence and the rest of the area since the other day. So sticking is not going to be an issue. Even if it's a little bit here, this could cause for some slippery roads. Icy conditions are possible as we head into tomorrow night. South County over to southeast Mass, we're looking at 1 to 2 places like New Bedford and over towards Fall River. Somerset in there, Acushnet is in there as well. And then as we go out towards Barnstable County, Nantucket, and the Vineyard, that's where we could probably see in that 2 to 3 inch range. Again, a little bit closer to as that storm strengthens and pulls away. So then the wind chills, they come back with a vengeance. A little bit of a break today and tomorrow, albeit still cold, but look at these numbers. Haven't seen these all winter long. So this is the coldest air of the year, and it's pretty impressive considering what we have been dealing with here over the last 48 hours. But sub-zero wind chills both Saturday and Sunday morning. And the ones in between during the day on Saturday, not all that much better, maybe around 10, 11 degree wind chills there. Here we are on a Sunday morning and more of the same. We are going to get some moderation as we head into next week, but it's going to be a few more days here in the freezer. 28 right now here in Providence. We will not get to the freezing mark today, and I don't think we will tomorrow. That's the best chance until we get to Monday, and then I think we will. West-southwest winds at 11 miles per hour. So here's what it looks like. 29 tomorrow, 23 on Saturday, and 27 on Sunday. So that oil burner is going to be going extra overtime as we head over the next few days, but 38 on Monday, so that's a lot better. And again, it looks like we'll probably be below freezing until then. So even if you get a little bit of snow melt or ice melt from incoming solar radiation throughout the day, it quickly goes back to ice at night. You just have to watch for that possibility. 20 degrees tonight, cold and dry out there. We could see maybe again a passing flurry around this evening, but most of us not seeing that. Light snow by late tomorrow morning. The best chance will be south and east. Temperature of 29 degrees. Again, there is that snow map in case you missed it. 2 to 3 out towards the Cape and the Islands. 1 to 2 South County, and maybe around an inch here at best in Providence. The frigid air over the weekend will give way to moderating temperatures by Monday. Tuesday, we're back in the 40s, and then we could be making a run at 50 on Thursday, but unfortunately comes along with some rain. A little too early to know the severity of that rain, John, but my hope is that we're not going to see any kind of rain and wind like we've had the last couple of times around that have come with that torrential rain and maybe, reignite the flooding concerns. So we will talk more about that coming up in a little bit. And by the way, here's that QR code. I told you it was coming back, right? So we want to give you a chance.
Stick around for it.
Yeah, right. We want to give you a chance to scan it this time if you don't have the app already. And make sure you're sending in those videos whenever weather comes around, anything going on in your neighborhood that you'd like us to know about. We'll try to share those here on the air, and you get points for things like gift cards. That's always a good thing, right? All right, and download that today if you don't have it yet.
Now the fuchsia or the purple,
yes,
looks nice.
Yes,
but I know that does
it
mean
pops.
bad things. It does pop.
Yeah, it pops,
actually,
but
you have the tie-on that kind of matches with it. It's quite a coincidence.
Could be some kind of subconscious meteorologist thing.
But those colors mean trouble. I mean,
Yeah.
that's the dangerous cold you talk about.
Yeah. I want as much as we're going to try to stay inside as much as possible, I don't want you going out, especially if you're going to try to scrape ice off your car. I tried it the other day because I left my gloves in here, and it was just absolutely miserable, and the hand was a little numb when I came back in. You don't want to risk frostbite. People hear about it all the time. I think we're just saying it, but it can happen very easily.
So quickly.
Right, it happens quickly, and
Very
then, oh my
quickly.
gosh, it's upon you.
And you can do really permanent damage.
Yeah, and another thing about that too, if you run in the house and you're like, oh my goodness, you don't run warm or hot water over it because that can make it worse. You want to run actually cool water over it, and it will kind of decrease the
Pull it
shock
out.
value to your skin. So
You're right.